You know that feeling, right? When your cat, after what feels like a full day of completely ignoring you, finally decides to curl up on your lap. And in that moment, it's like the whole world just quiets down. Your breathing gets slower, your thoughts stop racing, and you can just be. Well, if you know that feeling, you are about to feel so incredibly seen. Okay, let's just dive right in with a little scenario. Picture this. Your cat makes direct, unwavering eye contact with you as it slowly, deliberately pushes your morning coffee right off the edge of the table. What's your first reaction? Are you mad? Or is there a tiny part of you that's just impressed by the sheer nerve of it all? If you're in that second group, you're about to find out exactly why your brain works that way. Because here's the big reveal, the secret about being a cat person. It actually has way less to do with your personality, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, and everything to do with your biology. It all comes down to how your nervous system is wired to find balance in a really chaotic world. And that leads us right into our first big idea, regulation through stillness. We're going to look at why some nervous systems just crave that boundless, joyful energy of a dog, while others find their calm, their center, with a cat. So what's so interesting here is the contrast, right? On one hand, you have people who find their balance through activity. Their nervous systems need that constant external feedback, playing fetch, going for a walk, the way a dog mirrors your excitement. It keeps their energy moving and flowing. But for other people, regulation comes from the total opposite. It comes from stillness, from quiet, and from the complete absence of any pressure to perform. A cat doesn't ask you for energy. It just settles into a space and gives you permission to settle right there along with it. And this really gets to the heart of what's happening beneath the surface. When someone says, oh, dogs are they're too much for me, what their body is actually describing is a state of overstimulation. And on the flip side, when they say, I just love how peaceful cats are, they're not just stating a preference. They're describing the actual feeling of their nervous system successfully downregulating and finding its balance. It's a biological response. Okay, so let's build on that and move into something even deeper. Let's talk about connection without intrusion, because this is all about the unique kind of emotional safety that a bond with a cat can offer. I mean, think about it. Our human relationships, even the absolute best ones, are just packed with these unspoken demands, aren't they? You're supposed to text back right away, you're expected to be able to explain exactly why you feel the way you do, and you have to constantly try and match the emotional energy of everyone around you. And let me tell you, for a nervous system that gets overstimulated easily, that is just exhausting. But a relationship with a cat, it just operates on a totally different set of rules. With a cat, affection is a gift. It's offered, it's never forced on you. Consent is like the foundation of every single interaction. You learn their cues, you respect their space. And this is the big one. The attachment doesn't need constant proof or validation. You can have this incredible sense of closeness without it ever feeling intrusive. And this lets us completely reframe that old cat person stereotype. It's not that people who love cats are trying to avoid intimacy or connection. Not at all. They're simply trying to avoid the pressure that so often comes tangled up with it. They're looking for a kind of closeness that can just unfold on its own terms, without any demands. Okay, so we've talked about the psychology of it all. Now let's get into the straight-up biology and look at a cat's not-so-secret weapon, the science of the purr. So there's this amazing scientific term for what's happening when a cat is purring on your chest. It's called co-regulation. It's literally the process where one calm nervous system can bring another one back into balance, just through physical presence and sound. No words, no effort, just being. And the effect of that purr isn't just in your head. It's real, it's physical, it's measurable. That low rhythmic vibration is a direct signal of safety to your brain. And your body responds before you even realize it. Your cortisol levels, your stress hormones start to drop. Your breathing automatically gets deeper and slower. And all that tension you've been holding in your shoulders, it just starts to melt away. And this is exactly why the feeling that cat people always describe isn't one of high-energy excitement. It's something much deeper. It's the profound, grounding feeling of just being settled. It's like your own internal rhythm finally finds the right beat and syncs up with the calm around you. Now for a really fascinating turn. Let's explore the connection between cats and thinkers. This really surprising link between having a feline friend and how our brains actually function. So let's just ask the question straight up. Is there any truth to this idea? Can having a cat around actually make you smarter? Well, the answer is no, but also kinda yes. A cat isn't going to magically boost your IQ, but what it does is arguably way more important. It creates and protects the exact environmental conditions that deep, focused thinking needs to even happen in the first place. So, research like this one from Denise Costello shows this really clear pattern. People who are drawn to cats tend to score higher in cognitive abilities and in openness, being open to new experiences. And yes, okay, we also tend to score higher in neuroticism. So, we're basically a bunch of worrying, open minded deep thinkers. And I think we're okay with that. So here's the bottom line. Real creativity, serious problem solving, that stuff requires long, uninterrupted stretches of mental quiet. A dog, who we love, might constantly pull your attention outward. But a cat coexists. Its presence can fill a room without ever shattering your focus, creating that perfect, calm backdrop for your mind to really do its best work. And that brings us to our final, and maybe our most profound section of all. Because after all of this, you might just realize it was never really about the cats themselves. It's about why your body, your nervous system, chose one. So get this, there is a biological trigger hardwired into our brains called the baby schema. We are built to feel this protective, nurturing impulse whenever we see things like big eyes, a round head, and a little nose. Well, it just so happens that domestic cats are a perfect one-to-one match for this schema. Your brain doesn't see a tiny predator, it registers baby. And this whole dynamic can feel uniquely safe. I mean, for people who maybe learned early in life to be really emotionally self-sufficient, giving care to a creature that doesn't make all these complex emotional demands can feel so much easier and so much safer than being vulnerable enough to receive that care yourself. It's a way to have closeness without the risk of feeling overwhelmed. So if you've always felt drawn to cats, this is what it really means. It's not a personality flaw. It's not a sign that you're cold or distant. It means your nervous system is wired for subtlety. You thrive on presence without pressure, and you seek a deep connection that doesn't demand constant emotional work from you. And maybe this is the most beautiful part of it all. In a culture that's so often obsessed with being needed, with being essential to someone else's survival, cat people have chosen something different. We've chosen to love a creature that stays with us not because it has to, but simply because it chooses to. So the next time your cat curls up next to you and you feel that wave of calm wash over you, remember this. It wasn't just some random accident. In a very, very real way, your cat didn't just choose you. Your nervous system, your brain, your entire body found exactly what it needed to feel safe and settled in the world, and it chose your cat.